Hey guys, this is Woodworker Rare. I want to do a quick video. This is to thank Aldo for his help. I was in the market for a rivet gun for my business card holder build. And I was on eBay. I was looking all over the place trying to find a pneumatic or semi pneumatic, I guess it'd be a pneumatic hydraulic rivet gun. Looking all over the place. There's a bunch of them that you can get there. Everything from really bad leaks all the way up to, mint condition, that cost a fortune. And I was in the bare bones cheapest one I could find category, which was around $60 to $100 for one that was like functional. Most of which were like they leaked or whatever, they needed new seals, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that the one that I was actually looking at that did need new seals, it would have been like $100 to get a service, depending on what was wrong, anywhere from 100 to like 250. And I'm looking at like a $70 tool, putting another 100 to $250 worth of parts and maintenance into it from the company, because I can't do it myself, because I don't have the specialized tools that they have. And they were willing to give me the stuff. They're just like, hey, just so you know, this takes specialized tooling. If you have it, or you think you can do it without it, fine, we'll give you the stuff, or we'll sell you the parts. But like, there's a reason that we have specialized tooling to do this. So I just kind of I kind of left them with their stuff. And not to say that they're a bad company or anything like that. They were very helpful. It's just that I'm not going to spend, when I'm looking at a $70 tool, I don't want to spend another 200 on parts. It's still worth it. I mean, good night. It'd be basically brand new. And new, it's like 500 to $700. And I would have spent, anywhere between, 150 to $300 on that. So it would have been a good investment. It's just I don't use a rivet gun all that much. So anyway, lo and behold, I found a guy on eBay that was selling a Bennett 6000 blind rivet tool, and there's a picture of it under here, but I kind of covered it. It's right there. And it was missing this tube. It had a slightly shorter nose piece on it. But it's not that big of a deal. I don't care. And the tube, I mean, I'm not doing anything that I need that many rivets anyway, but he had invented this little tube that goes on the end of here, and it fits really well. I can't get it on with one hand, but it does fit on there. And it basically looks just like the old one did. Just it's actually bigger, so it's more efficient. But this actually does have, and I don't remember if this was in the description or not, but there's a tiny, tiny leak in the back. Doesn't affect the performance at all. But you'll hear it once you turn it, plug it into air or whatever. You do hear it, but it doesn't affect anything. And if you put your hand over it, it closes it up. And just for YouTube, the algorithm, I already said the G word. By that I mean it's a blind rivet tool. It's not the other thing. It kind of looks like that, some sort of space, thing from Star Wars or Star Trek or something. In fact, they probably used some of these for props for some of those sci-fi movies. But anyway, this is a tool. This is not a thing to do something to somebody or anything else. All this is going to do is destroy a lot of rivets, and this is one of the first few rivets that I got out of this successfully. I had to do a lot of work, not a lot of work, but probably 5 minutes of adjustments in here before I kind of figured out what I needed to do how the mechanism worked. There's a very powerful spring in this, and I didn't understand how it all worked until I read the manual and I went through it and kind of figured out what I needed to do. But this thing is really cool. It works very well. The only thing I was kind of disappointed about, which I mean it's not really anything to be disappointed about, but the only thing is for some reason I thought that this being back here, there would be like an airstream or something like that that would go and push the rivet through. That's not the case. The mandrel on the rivet will go in and then it'll pop out, maybe a 1/4 inch or something past the end, the nose piece, and just sit there. It'll go boop and then it'll pop back out. At that point, you can take another rivet and you just push it in, and the old mandrel will fall through into the collection bin or onto the floor, whatever. This is used in industry, so they don't want a whole lot of, essentially roller bearing parts, rolling around on the floor when somebody's walking around. So collection bin is important. For me, I'm probably going to not be doing more than like 10 rivets at a time. So it's not that even that big of a deal to have the collection bin. And the other thing is I can just have a pair of pliers and pull the mandrel out if I wanted to. But anyway, I wanted to thank Aldo. This is a very cool tool. Thanks for letting me have the opportunity to use this. And just to be clear, I did buy this with my own money. It's not like, somebody's giving me stuff or anything like that. I did buy it. But as an eBay seller, he was incredibly helpful. And I'm glad I did business with him. He explained how to use the thing, what it should, act like and all that. And everything, and was very helpful. Explained that basically, even though a rivet and a rivet nose piece have the same dimensions, supposedly, doesn't necessarily mean that they're actually those dimensions. So the nose pieces are most likely actually accurate, but the rivets that you buy are from various different manufacturers and they have varying tolerances. I'm looking at you, Hillman, specifically, probably not the greatest tolerances. Cherry, whoever else is like the aerospace guys, they're probably like spot on perfect, but who knows? But anyway, Aldo was very good about explaining that just because it says the number doesn't necessarily mean that it actually is going to fit that particular collet or nose piece. So what you do is you take your rivet that you're going to be using and you use it with the nose piece that you're expecting. And then you go, okay, well, there's too much play in that one. There's not enough play in this one. That kind of, it doesn't fit in this one at all, or, it's completely sloppy in the other one. And you kind of figure out which nose piece actually fits it the best. So I'm happy that I got this. This will definitely get some use. I need to get some rivets that aren't these super cheap ones. That are just like, I don't even know if these are Home Depot. These might be like, honestly, I'm not even sure. These are probably some sort of super cheap, like Harbor Freight ones or something. But anyway, yeah, I need to get some better ones. I've been kind of looking around on eBay for them. Surprisingly, nobody's selling real lots of rivets. I haven't seen that. I don't know if I'm just not willing to spend enough to kind of see the lots that I'm looking for or what. But I think I saw one. It was like $40 for however many of them. But then they were like 1/4 inch or something, which is way bigger than I need. So anyway, so Hope you guys like the video. And this is my new tool. This is a Bennett 6000. I think that this has, I don't know anything about the company other than they're like a rivet gun manufacturer apparently. Oh, they're part of Fabco Inc. Okay. I don't know how old this manual is. So who knows if that's anything recent or whatever, but and I'm not sponsored by anybody. But anyway, I have heard of Fabco just really just from my research doing this. I've seen a lot of their products apparently the military uses, which makes sense. I mean, there's only so many air tool manufacturers, and there's only going to be so many of them that are actually good. So anyway, hope you guys like the video. This seems to be completely functional and ready to go. I was thinking about painting this. I don't think I'm gonna. I kind of like the way it looks now. And it'll be a lot easier to clean, and I don't have to deal with the paint peeling off, which is inevitably what happens every time that I use paint on metal. It just does not stick. I'm hoping whenever I move that the climate will be different and something will happen and magically all the paint in the world will actually dry and actually stick to the metal that I use it on. But, you know, who knows? Anyway, so hope you guys like the video. Probably the fifth time I've said that. Thank you, Aldo, for your help. And I hope you guys all have a great day. This is Woodworker Royer, out.